Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Chubbs Reviews, where I bring you a review every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today, we're talking about Wonder Woman, not 1984, not the newest Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, the critically acclaimed one, the one with Gal Gadot, made I think in 2018, 2019. I don't know, but this movie is of course really loved by everyone. It's like I think it's the first movie in the timeline order of the DCEU or DC Universe, and yeah, we got a good Wonder Woman movie here. I think I've already reviewed Man of Steel, which I actually really love Man of Steel, and I think Man of Steel is a little underrated, and I think Wonder Woman is a bit overrated. I will say that for what it is. It's just prowls as like the greatest DC movie, and maybe it is like because there's not that many great DC movies, obviously. But Man of Steel, I think I would like a little bit more than a Wonder Woman. And overall, but I guess I should tell you guys a summary. The plot of this movie, I'm not gonna spoil too much, and I'll let you know if I want to do. But you got Diane Prince, Wonder Woman, as a young girl training with the Amazonians, all the women, and they're like protectors of the world, uh, from like the gods, like the actual Greek god Zeus, like made them and put them on the earth and all this like Greek god shit, which is really cool. Marvel's got Norse gods, uh, and Wonder Woman has Greek. And I didn't actually have anything spoiled for me for this movie, which was really cool because there's a good twist in this movie. I think if you don't know anything about it, but basically Wonder Woman finally Chris Pine, that's the actor who finally I forgot his name. I think it's Steve Trevor. Yeah, Steve Trevor. Or Steve. Yeah, I don't know. He crashes onto the Amazonian place, and here in comes a human male, meets Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman learns about the World War I going on, and how there's like just destruction and war and earth going and just everything bad going on in the world by Steve Trevor's character, and I don't know if it is Steve Trevor. That might be a YouTuber. I don't know, but Chris Pine's character, the romance that goes on there is slow sometimes, but it's believable. They actually have really good chemistry. He's got to introduce Wonder Woman into the real world, and she's not like used to anything there, and she's basically there to track down Ares, which in her like what the Amazons were made for, Amazonians were to defend the world from Ares, and Ares puts corruption in man to start war, and and yeah, I would say it's actually a pretty good movie. Like I said, it's really good, though I would say overhyped in the sense that the ending, like the final 10 minutes of this movie, is garbage. Um, Overall, like it's not an extremely memorable or emotional movie, but it is heroic. There are a lot of good heroic moments that gave me like emotion of just wow, she looks cool. Wow, she's really stepping up. Wow, she's finally got her fucking suit, like Wonder Woman suit on. I remember having all this. Like I watched this movie like a week ago. I had all those feelings. I didn't feel like any strong emotions, like of feelings, like when I was supposed to though. Not as much. That the camera just did not the camera. The movie just didn't let it linger as much at certain times. It was a little too fast paced at some points, and then a little slow paced early on. Or not early on, kind of middle when they're kind of looking around trying to find out who Ares is in the world, um, and come to find out, it's like this German leader, and it's basically like Germans, like the Nazis. And yeah, basically that's how it goes, and that's not a spoiler that like happens. They know about it early on, like that's the villain or whatever. Um, and yeah, like I said, I like the acting of these two characters. I know the movie's not as memorable as it should be. There's only like two or three action set pieces, and I like the one in World War I, and I like the one where she's like just basically all the one where she's like fighting humans and stuff is pretty cool. The lasso of truth is done very well in this. It's not because that could be done really stupid and comic booky, and it's actually done very well. I wish they would explain a little bit more about it and how she got it, but it just came from her people, so she just has it. I wish it was like a more unique weapon to her, but it's kind of like every Amazonian uses it. She has these two gauntlet things that is pretty cool. It's kind of iffy on her powers in this. Like she's like kind of hinted at being a god or whatnot, and but at the same time she still like tries to block bullets and shit, but like she could probably just not be hurt by bullets, but maybe she doesn't know that because she doesn't really know who she is. Early on in the movie her mom doesn't let her know like who she is, all the way, and like the audience doesn't know either. You gotta find that out later on. I'm trying to remember who she is. Like, is she like a half god, a full god, a non god? Like, it's one of those things. Or is she just a regular Amazonian or whatever? Anyway, I think I am gonna go into spoilers now for the end of the movie. If you're still watching, spoiler alert. Um, Ares is actually the fucking villain of the movie. He finally does come out as like this guy that was kind of like with Wonder Woman early on, because Wonder Woman has this like Captain America First Avenger thing going on where she's hanging out with these fucking soldiers and they're just like winning world wars together and shit. And one of those guys there, it's actually the guy that plays in Harry Potter. I forgot what the character's name was in Harry Potter, but he was a professor in a few of the Harry Potter movies, and he's plays in this, and he plays as Ares, and I really liked him as the like character for a while, and then they like got to the CGI action one-on-one fight, which that kind of sucked that it was just a one-on-one fight. You, you have like the World War going on. You definitely could have had like Ares and his fucking demon spawn versus Wonder Woman and her soldiers. That's a missed opportunity. The CGI in general looks whatever. It's a little rushed. The overall the action itself like looks okay, but I think that scene is a little overhyped in general. Like not a lot of people like the ending of this movie, but the action in general in this movie is a little overhyped. I liked a few of the set pieces, but there wasn't enough for me. There wasn't enough kick ass. She does a lot of the slow and speed up shit, in which I kind of liked it, like I said, but it's just coming off of Man of Steel. Man of Steel's action is like 10 out of. That's the type of action I want to see. Wonder Woman's action is like it's okay. It's acceptable. It's it's whatever. But it has a really good story and pretty. I do like the twist of Ares actually being Ares, because for a while you think it's just she thinks she's believing in a fable, and even I thought like she was just kind of thinking in something else, and for a minute she thought she was wrong and there was no Ares, and then all of a sudden there was. But does that mean he was really corrupting men? Like if she defeats him, then the world war is over? I don't know. Kind of confusing there too. But anyway, you got this British dude as Ares, and then he finally puts on his fucking armor from like all the swords and the guns of the world, and he's throwing the chains of Ares at her and throwing swords at her, and it's kind of cool. But it only lasts for like 20 seconds. It feels like. And also you can like see the human actor behind like the armor that Ares has on. You see his like British mustache like right here poking out. And they really shouldn't have done that because it just made the character look silly. They should have turned him into a full-fledged CGI god Ares with horns coming out everywhere or whatever. Instead, they just kept the human actor in there, and they even kept his like British voice, and you can just see his mustache through the fucking armor. You should have just like it's just dumb. It's like a very DC thing to do, because DC's always doing dumb and goofy things when they don't mean to, when they're trying to be very serious. And yeah, that really sucked. And for me, an ending of a movie is pretty big, so it just let me down. I don't think like I said, the movie is extremely memorable. Like Wonder Woman's arc, she just kind of gets introduced to the world and figure out who she is. And this is the spoiler section. She is a god, I guess. Like Zeus is her father, but like I don't know what that even means. And yeah, Steve Trevor also dies, and I don't even really remember how the fuck he died, to be honest. I really expected their relationship to be awesome because everyone says it is, and it's just okay. It's just a fucking romance movie. I would actually be glad that he's died like everyone else was, simply for the fact that we want to see a Wonder Woman on her own movie, because that's like she didn't get enough time on her own to shine. I get it, she was new to the world, but now she's in the world. So to get a Wonder Woman sequel is extremely like that's awesome. I'm really excited that. And then to know that Wonder Woman 1984 is garbage, and like even if you do like it still got Steve Trevor in it, and like I don't fucking want that. I want Wonder Woman on her own. I don't want any like I don't want a buddy cop movie again. It just, I don't know, very disappointing stuff when it comes to that. But that does not affect my rating on this movie. This movie, final rating, Wonder Woman, is a 9 out of 10 as well. For a while, in my, like I said on my Man of Steel video, I gave Wonder Woman a 10 out of 10 and Man of Steel an 8 out of 10. And I realized I was overhyping Wonder Woman because everyone else did for a while. And I was underhyping Man of Steel because not everyone else likes that. So they're both 9s for me, and I would rather watch Man of Steel than this movie. Probably, but they're both rewatchable 100%, and I recommend both. They're probably the both best 2 DC movies. I have a little bit of hope for Aquaman or Shazam. Suicide Squad, meh. and we'll see how the Justice League Snyder Cut is. That's what I'm going to be reviewing when it comes out on March 19th. Yeah, wish me luck for that. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next video. Peace out.